There we go. Oh yeah, I should also quiet you. Oh yeah, I should also quiet you. Oh, hear a little background noise. I gotta leave that on. Just in case I get a call. Videos of me listening to my phone. Perfect. Oh, no, I forgot I was here. No, I don't need live chat. I need to share. Share this link. And go into here. I think RTC connecting. Perfect. Voice connected. We are on. I should take a monitoring of this. I pretty much don't need to see anything on my screen. Everything should be good. There. Yeah, okay. Thanks. I know. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Alright. There we go. Spamming. Spamming complete. Good to go. Hey, Gamers of Coffee. Everything is good? Awesome. Oh yeah, my chat. So, I'll pull up that one. I'll pull up that one. Hey, newbie. Meet Kia. Oh, I didn't notice it was the Meet Kia headquarters. All right, done. All right, let's get to work. You ready for a T-80? I'm ready for a T-80. My first T-80. So exciting. I should bring my instructions over. There we go. Oh, yeah, I should turn up my speaker volume too, in case anyone shows up. Ah, you're getting to work on some Space Marine Scouts. They do have remarkable cod pieces. I think they were made around the same time as all the Empire guys. Because those Empire guys got a lot of cod piece work too. They're very into cod pieces at the time. And really bad hair on the Space Marines Scouts. Oh, it's still here. All right. That one. A front piece could be this guy. Oh, that's right. This one's a little bit tricky, so I'm going to have to look at my phone to see exactly how it fits. I think basically it goes like pop, not like that. Like that. I think that's how it goes. I will double check it. They say you can tell a lot about a person by how much time they spend painting the cod pieces. It's that attention to detail. So you and Dave Dog had a really long chat yesterday. Hey, noob. That's pretty cool. Might sound insulting, but you're better spoken than I thought you would be. I think it's a tie between who's the least eloquent of people, me or Dicey. And Dicey doesn't even speak English as a first language. Sweet. All right. Grab my phone, double check that I know what I'm doing. Ooh. Undercoating tomorrow? Nice. You got the fire of painting in you. That's great. All right, here's what we're seeing. Did I cover it up? Yeah, okay. So we got this going. And one of these wavy parts. So the wavy part goes out. And the flat part goes down. They sit pretty far forwards, like that. I can see why that trips people up. Okay, got it. Good to go. Yeah, I think Scouts are a great way to go back into the hobby. That was my first purchase when I got back into Warhammer 40k. In 2013, I think. I bought some Scout kits. Regular Scouts and Sniper Scouts. And I primed them with Skull White. And man, that stuff does not like stripping. Maybe it was just the plastic the Scouts were made of. Because I had some Scouts that I definitely painted that I have a hard time stripping the paint off of. And some of the ones I got off eBay were also pretty resistant to being stripped. I could tell which ones were mine because I always used super glue on mine. And the ones off eBay were plastic cemented. Scare 'em! It's a repeat. Hey, noise. This is a brand new tank. It's a T-80. Oh, sweet. Newbie's got a setup for spraying in. That's super handy. I always did my spraying on the balcony, and sometimes it's way too windy to spray. I remember on my first commission, I was going outside to mat spray, and the wind came up and hit it, and just ruined one miniature completely. The rest are okay. But yeah, one of them I had to strip and repaint for the guy. But now I airbrush everything, so I don't worry about that. Hey, Dicey. Yo, yo. Yeah, I agree. The Sniper Scouts just... Why couldn't you just have 5 guys with cloaks, you know? I think that kit's pretty due for an upgrade too. As long as they don't get rid of the firstborns anytime soon. And I don't think they will. Because I think they can still make money off the firstborns. I think they can Primaris it up, you know, get everyone saturated with Primaris. And then once they're all saturated with Primaris, they can just bust out the firstborn again with all new kits. And bam. In the money. Hopefully starting with a nice beaky kit. Give us the Mark 6s. Well, newbie. In this case, I have the voice chat tied to the Nordic Weasel Games Discord. So I figured I'd split it back and forth. Sometimes Nordic Weasel Games, sometimes DiceyGuy. So I'm afraid you're going to have to type like a chump. Gamers Coffee says they use a Rust-Oleum gray primer for plastic. It is terrific, that's for sure. I do like the Rust-Oleum. I never use any of the Citadel sprays anymore. I'm pretty addicted to my airbrush when it comes to priming. I can prime with rattle cans. I just don't want to. Maybe it's because I spent years investing in getting my airbrushing skills down. I don't know, but it's really fun airbrushing, that's for sure. A lot of the work on these tanks will be airbrush for sure. Hey, wardrobe. Consistent? Trying to be. Not always, but, you know, it's going to be Thanksgiving soon. Gotta get that work done. Canadian Thanksgiving. I only got 12 more days. And my my client friend found more tanks hiding in his stashes, so once I get these guys done, I got, what do we got? He already built the M1 from the starter kit, so I just need to get that off him for painting. But there's also 5 Plastic Soldier Company Leopard 1s to build, which will be my first Plastic Soldier Company kits, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, 5 more tanks on top of all this. Exciting stuff. Man, he was real excited. If I could run 2 microphones, I would. That's for sure. There we go. All right, let's see how it all goes together. I am excited about my T-80s. I'm not a T-80 fan. Something about the way it looks in the exploded diagram. It's very exciting. It's probably because I like easy victories, and this looks like it could be an easy victory. And there's 4 of them. So I want an easy victory on this one. That's for sure. Oh, there we go. I still like spray primer though, the rattle can primer for metal miniatures. A lot of the times, at least to give them that solid coating on the metal. Then you can go in and airbrush them afterwards. Some metal minis just, they love nothing more than having paint chip off. Some are better than others for sure. Probably depends on the quality of the metal, what it's made out of. 50 Plastic Soldier Company T-34s. Woo! 3-part tracks. Oh no, it's rough, man. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Is it War Games Atlantic, the old War Games factory kit, or is it Warlord who has it? One of those two have it. Maybe it's Warlord who has it. With the skeletons, you get a lot of skeletons, but they're also a lot of work. Yeah, I'm glad I looked at videos before I bought any of those, because I don't want to put that much work in. Like I said, I'm an easy win guy. I really love building, but I don't like any challenges when it comes to building. Maybe I'm lying to myself, and I do like the challenge. Well, you know, Newbie really does want to talk. Maybe we should just switch to the DiceyGuy Discord. So we'll hang up here. And there we go. We'll connect here. Open that up. Oh. No problem there, Ivan. Gotta get that work done. Thankfully, this is my work, so yeah, I'm lucky. I'll give him a cool weasel sign. There we go. Okay, so you are live. Newbies live. Almost live. Coming in hot with the hot takes. Okay. Hello. What are my speakers at? 10? Oh yeah, I'll boost you up to 15. There we go. And I'll double check my OBS setting. Desktop audio, yeah, okay. So yeah, give us a little talking and I'll just adjust the audio here.
My microphone's further away than usual because of the setup I have when I'm modelling, so...
Oh yeah, no problem at all.
Different. I think it was too close the other day, so I think this might be a bit better. And what am I up to?
It did come in really nice. I watched the recording afterwards. The audio was very good. Let's see, we got JP God Rockets. Warlord got those from War Games Factory, that's right. And the Atlantic Skellies are better. That's right. Are you a skeleton man, newbie?
No. What do you mean?
You know, just are you a fan of skeletons? Skeleton miniatures?
Oh yeah. When we started off, when we used to play Warhammer Fantasy back in the day, me and the old crew, my friend was undead, and then obviously no vampire counts, and then Tomb Kings when they split it down.
Yeah. Yeah, undead were my first army. I love those guys.
My first was I forgot. Is that sound still all right? Because like I say, I'm quite a way away from the microphone. Is that right?
Yeah, the levels look good.
It all goes to pots. Apart from my voice, which is horrendous, because I listened to it back as well, and I thought, oh God, I sound so common and northern. It's terrible. I have a voice for emails.
A voice for emails? No, you sound good.
A voice for emails and a face for radio. Is Dice not coming on with us? He was in chat, weren't he? Oh, Dave's here. Mr. Dog, is a Spanish boy, is here.
Oh, nice.
I hope he's getting involved. His Dice just said hello and he's buggered off.
Yeah, he might be having issues with the kids again.
Yeah, it could be. Bless him.
There we go. That's how it goes, though. Kids.
The fun part of life before they then grow up and they just become a headache.
Yeah, hopefully not. So yeah, as Dave Dog says, this is not a politics show.
He started it.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Dog. It's all your fault.
He started it.
We were just having a good conversation about chippies, right?
We were just talking about chippies.
My wife loves the idea of that, your Manchester chippies there.
Best chippies in the world.
Yeah, they sound good. I mean, I'm not going to eat them. I'm a vegetarian, but I'd make them. If I had... What kind of gravy do they use?
Oh, God, I don't know. Well, it's a beef gravy. So
okay.
If you obviously... You're a bit of a chef, so I'm sure you know how to make gravy from a...
Yeah, so is it like a thinner kind of gravy? Like it spreads easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have... Because we also have Chinese chippies here. Now, it's very different from what you see. You know when you see American TV and they go to Chinese and they've got noodles and everything in cups and they use chopsticks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when did you lot learn? A Chinese chippy is very similar to us, to an English chippy, because you can go and get fish and chips just the same. But bizarrely is you can get curry, you know, what we call chip shop curry.
Okay.
Which is neither Chinese nor English, if you know what I mean, and it's even a strange taste of curry. It's not like what you'd expect a tandoori or something. It's just this yellowy gloop in a tub.
A lot of Chinese restaurants, especially in smaller towns in North America, will have a huge fusion menu. They kind of fuse everything together. You know, just the odds to sell more things basically. So you end up with some really interesting combinations sometimes. slide it in. I think so. Right there.
Say that on the internet. You can't say things like that. You can't say slide it in. Might be children watching.
Dave Dog says you need to have a pie and mash from down south.
Well, we do pie and mash. I mean, you can't get that from a chippy, but you can just they do warm, ready-made pies. They just warmed them up, and you get a pie.
Okay, yeah.
Bring it home and have mash. So we do have pie and mash here. It's not but you have to make it at home. You can't go somewhere and get it. Well, you could have it in a cafe. You went to the cafe, they do your pie and mash.
Okay. Ooh, JP Rocks is working on a secret project. Nice. I think you mentioned that before, JP. The secret project. Dicey's got a secret project too, I think. No, wait a minute.
What? When you say you're watching Raised by Wolves, do you mean that comedy that's set in Birmingham, Dave? Because I've watched that and it was pretty damn funny. It was pretty good. It's a comedy, Dave, set in Birmingham. It's like usual working class people on a coastal estate, but they're in Birmingham, so the Brummy way, and they've got Brummy accents and all that. And God, it was very funny, very funny. You've got mould lines in the stupidest places on these scouts. It's very, very frustrating.
I don't remember. Where are they?
Well, in the places where you don't want them. You especially get big ones where that crotch cod piece is.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the mould lines are.
Just right down the center. Ooh.
Straight down the centre. No, because I got a different green paint. I thought I'll just start with scouts and, get me hand in slowly and deal with me old man's eyesight.
Yeah.
These thank God I don't do Eldar. They're so little and, little thin legs. I mean, I have trouble with Space Marines. I think I should get the Primaris because I think that's the only size model I can deal with. Or just do a Dreadnought army and that's all right.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That. But they've stopped doing the Caliban green, haven't they, at GW?
Probably.
Your base coat. So I had to go to our Halfords to get a similar green as close as I can to get it. But I've not sprayed anything with it yet, so I don't know what colour it's going to come out. But hopefully it'll come out in the wash, and it won't be that.
It'll be a good color regardless. Excuse me, probably.
But I am still going to put, a little bit of Caliban green over the top, standard Caliban green pots. Not just relying on that. But
yeah, I think I remember you mentioned that before. That the green spray is gone.
That. Why do they not do the main sprays? It just doesn't make any sense. The business decisions sometimes, they don't make sense.
It's true.
Ultramarine blue, shitty Space Wolf grey, you got to... Oh no, there's no point. Bazooka's not in the chat. No point winding him up. He's not here.
That'd be a good base color, though. The Space Wolves Grey. For a lot of things. It's a good color to work off of.
Excuse me. Sniff.
Nice. I like it.
Just bring the quality of the show right down.
Oh, Dave Dog's after some orc stuff.
Tell him to put his microphone on and stop being soft.
Maybe he's worried. He's going to get in a rant.
We carried on having a great conversation last night when everyone had gone. It was an absolute honour and a privilege to talk to him in real life. It was wonderful. It absolutely made my day.
Awesome.
You don't count because we've been hearing your voice for ages.
It's true.
You don't. It's not an honour. It's
just the same old.
What's he watching? He says he's watching a show. What's he watching?
I think it was the that Raised by Wolves. That's why he's not talking.
He's watching Raised by Wolves. Yeah. It's quite funny that.
He should be watching Cobra Kai. Everybody should
Watched
watch Cobra Kai.
Absolutely fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah.
Get over it. Good it was.
Whoop. Come back to me.
I'm looking forward to the next series. They are doing one, I think, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Was it only 2 seasons?
Yeah, they've only done 2 so far. So
Okay.
chill.
So yeah, the 3rd season will be Netflix then.
Netflix and their questionable choices for films that they put on it. What's going on?
All different countries got their own Netflix though, so I don't know what you got compared to what we got.
Is it? Oh, I don't know. Oh,
You used to be able to use a VPN and just like look around at all the different countries.
we don't have Netflix or things like that. We've got we have a pirate ship with a Jolly Roger flag on it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If I can say that.
That's the traditional way of my people.
Yes, it's the listen to. Let me sing you the song of my people. This is the bit I hate doing the most. Prepping the models. That's why I just literally put off doing it, because you're like here for ages and you're trimming a bit, you're filing a bit, you're trimming a bit.
It's true.
This is arguably the painting side is the bit I dislike the most, because my artistic ability is rubbish. The game playing side is what I prefer the most.
Ah. Have you been doing much gaming before the lockdown at least?
No, because I fell out, because all my original stuff from what I had back in the day, my Rogue Trader models, or my 2nd edition, and then my Warhammer Fantasy. When all the people I knew all went their separate ways, I just stopped playing. Then I just sold it all, and then I probably started back again into about 2006. And I got Orcs and Goblins for Fantasy. But I've just not really had, the money to keep up and enjoy it like I want to, because obviously it's quite an expensive hobby.
Yeah, definitely.
If you see what I mean, when you've got, when we're the adults that we are, and we have to do our adult stuff first, like them pesky bills and that pesky rent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're gonna be an adult.
War Dollies, isn't there? War Dollies, copyright Mickey Genver Enterprises 2019. But isn't it weird that the way life moves on and stuff like that, the people you knew in real life move on, but yet you meet all new people on the internet, and it's like you've got that camaraderie again with a bunch of people who you don't really know and mostly live in foreign countries. But you're doing it online. You're doing it on chat boxes and business.
Yeah.
It's like you've got the fun back.
I grew up in the Yukon. Well, I didn't grow up there, but that's where I finished off, being a teenager into adulthood. And it's a place up north, so a lot of people just leave. So all your friends, from high school, early adulthood, they just all go. So I got used to a long time ago to just having mostly friends online. So most of the people I'd associate with the things I was interested in, they'd always be online.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
We've seen quite a bit of that. We had a TV show that was on telly a bit ago. I suppose it was American. It was called Ice Road Truckers.
Oh yeah.
It's all you Canadian lot going round in trucks, driving across frozen lakes. And I'm watching it with my friend, and I'm like, God, these Canadians are crazy. Just fly a helicopter. I've never heard of planes. And you got these guys driving over, and I'm like, yeesh. But you see how just barren the tundra is. It's like, how do people live here?
It's true. Not too many people.
Very hardy, very tough people.
You just kind of get used to it.
The world over.
As well.
Working class, the hardy, the tough people, aren't they? The people who can take any.
The Yukon is known for gold. Like there's a lot of gold mines up there. And
still,
most of the people I grew up with, even if you were rich, you still just look like everybody else because you're still, a working person. You could just be a millionaire who's also a working person.
Oh yeah, because it's the guy who owns the mine or whatever, but he still makes me laugh, that concept. He still goes out 6 days a week working, doesn't he? Even though he's the millionaire mine owner, it's not like he sits at home.
He's got a plaid jacket and grubby jeans sitting at the coffee shop.
Just
But
like everybody else.
yeah. Let's see.
Grotta Kit says that strangers have always got the best candy, the best sweets.
Uh-oh.
You're not supposed to teach. I hope you're not teaching your children that.
Yeah.
Strangers have and they have the best puppies. So,
Yeah, they always have the best things in the back of their van.
oh god, yeah. If he comes along and he says, "Do you want to see me puppies? Do you want some candy? Do you want to see me Space Marine collection?" Go for it.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. You know it.
Fill your boots. Fill your boots. See, isn't it better when people can talk back to you?
I think so.
When you're working there all on your own and you just have to look at the chat of it, it's better.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that I started doing this. I wasn't sure how to do it, basically.
Better with friends. Oh, friends. Internet friends.
Yeah, before lockdown, they started doing these things called Paint or Die, which was a big paint-a-thon, basically. So a bunch of painters in the city would get together and paint stuff for charity or contest or whatever.
Yeah, I saw some of them because they put them on the internet and there's like 24 hours and everyone's in a room out and they're like painting away.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones,
like
not as long, thankfully. 24 hours is too long.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit for 24 hours.
Boys.
Interesting. Okay.
Lots of good people involved in wargaming, especially there's that American one. What did they call it? A food hammer. You went to a tournament, didn't you? But you brought food with you that they gave out to local food banks and stuff.
Well, that's pretty sweet. I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, yeah. Down in not you Canadian lot.
Yeah.
Down in, like America. It always confuses me when you say North America. I think to myself, do you mean you or do you mean the Yankees? No, down south.
Yeah.
I suppose it's all the same.
If we say Americans, we're talking about the people down south, for sure. I mean, North Americans could be Mexicans, but usually you won't say Americans and refer to Mexicans. All right, interesting.
I don't think I could be bothered doing a war game that's based around tanks like that. You know, these days I like me, but I like me science fiction. You know, like I like rhinos and predators. But you know, ironically, like all English kids and British kids, when we were growing up, we spent our youth doing airfix model kits. You know, World War II planes and World War II tanks and building with Lego, and I couldn't get enough of it back in those days. But I couldn't do something with plain old tanks these days. It'd be a bit too mundane for me. Apart from maybe the bolt action game, that looks fun.
Yeah, they got a good mechanic for it, for sure. And it's bigger, so. But the 15 millimeter is a nice scale for that kind of level of gaming.
They're also very tiny. Yeah. Remember when you were doing your BattleTech stuff? It was just tiny. It was like I was looking at it thinking, oh, rather you than me.
Yeah. I went to buy some GHQ tanks, which they're like super detailed. They're more detailed than these tanks overall, but they're tiny. They're 6 millimeter.
Oh God, 6 millimeter.
Yeah. And the guy I was buying them from, he's like, man, I really missed the times when my eyes were good enough to do those. It's true. You got a time limit for that scale.
Yeah, you have. You got a time limit with any scale.
You can only enjoy it for so long. And then we'll have to all do 54 millimeter.
Yeah, I definitely need to get these sprayed and based. Stop procrastinating.
Nova is a charity organization that donates to veteran concerns. That's right. Nova Open. That's a very reputable one.
The Nova Open, yeah. Yeah, the Nova Open, yeah. I've heard of the Nova Open, so yeah. I must say that the organised tournament scene doesn't do it for me. I'm not into all the ultra competitive type way of doing it. I think it's ruining the game a bit. All that.
Yeah.
Got to be hard and fast. I miss it. Hard and fast.
I think most people still just casual game, though, in the end. Depending on how competitive your scene is.
Yeah, someone was doing a YouTube video the other day. I was watching it, and they were reviewing. There's two new books that GW have done. One about missions, and then one about whatever it is. And I'm like, what's wrong with people that you've just got to sit there and you can't do anything until GW gives you something? Because they've given me, in the old days, obviously Rogue Trader days when it was more like a RPG, role playing. You made up stories yourself. You made up scenarios. You weren't waiting for Games Workshop to put something in White Dwarf. It is an idea for you.
Yeah.
You just made it up yourself, and that's all we did.
You definitely have to have the right friends for that, though, because a lot of my gaming friends in Whitehorse, they were not into it whatsoever. We couldn't just make stuff up. It had to be official or nothing. But here, I've met a lot of people where we can just, we basically create our own style of games and do it the way we want to do it. So get more fun, I'd say, less official.
I think that's definitely because of the time now. Games Workshop has provided you with so much stuff. It's almost like you don't think for yourself. Office back in those days, we had hardly anything. The kind of models you had, what were available. That's what you had. That's what we had to use and deal with and play with. So of course you made things up. You know what I mean? It's like
the deodorant tank.
What?
Sweet deodorant tank.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, those days when people used to make them out of that, because there's no Falcon Grav tank yet, so they're making it out of shower gel bottles. Great days.
JP says the British has some of the best tanks ever. British tanks are fun for sure. I don't know too much about the modern ones.
Yeah, everything belonging to the Second World War was more fun. We used to have something. Oh God, what were they called now? Were they called Hobart's Follies? They kind of tasked him with doing a range of tanks for different things. Mine layer, bridge layer, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
And he's the guy who came up with the concept of let's try to float the tanks, for the landing. So they had like a big tarpaulin skirt around them that they attempted to float the tank, not from way out in the sea, but a lot further away than coming on the beach. It's like, yeah, if we could float them on, then they can just float across a bit and then go straight onto land and engage. And like loads of them just sank.
Yeah.
It's like, good idea, great. Yeah, loads of them. I think it was called Hobart's. It's something like that. Loads of styles and designs he had for, thinking outside of the box to make do with what you've got. Very,
I don't know if this guy's going to fit anything.
Well, not good times. But
nothing forwards, at least. All right.
Invention.
Let's see what's JP saying. Hosted participation games where he supplied the armies, not a tournament, just a fun storyline game. Kept it light and fun. As GM, he made the rules calls, kept things moving, and he had a few complaints. Yeah, I can see that.
I have a few. I thought you were going to say I had a few beers. That's the way to do it.
That's right.
Then tell them shut up. Tell them organise it yourself. Then let's see what you can do.
Play a painted Octave Hadouken. Sure you can.
Sure you can. Sure. Trivia for you. Chun-Li is in the instructions booklet for Street Fighter 2. It's documented as spinning bird kick, but if you listen to what she says spinning star kick. Isn't that weird?
I think I noticed that. Yeah.
The Tatsumaki Senpu Kayaku, which is the multiple kick maneuver in the sound of in the instructions book, it's Tatsumaki Senpu Kayaku. The sound effect just goes Afratek Dokken like that.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird. Right. Computer game trivia for you there, nerds.
That's right. Well, everyone loves a little Street Fighter trivia. That's for sure.
Nerd.
All right, not this
When
guy.
me and my friend, when we moved on to SNESes, because that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, everyone. You're not supposed to say SNES, right?
SNESes.
Or you're not supposed to say SNES. It's not a SNES. It's the SNES. It's a Super Nintendo. Because it's a NES, and then you have a SNES. So anyway, we're playing Street Fighter, and he says to me, right? He says, sit down. He was always Ken because he's a cheat, extended range Dragon Punch. I was always Ryu because he'd always pick Ken before I could get to it.
Oh yeah.
And he says, he says, sit down. We're not leaving this room until we've perfected doing Dragon Punches.
Oh, there we go.
Sit down. We're not leaving this room until we've perfected it. Oh, and the other our cloning. Oh, excuse me while I just have a little sip from my cup of tea. I hope it doesn't interfere on the sound. Our crowning achievement is we had one of those you know those chaps that come off a ship with a skull and crossbones on. Well, so a version there was a game on the Amiga and everything. If some people will know it, called Flashback. One of these adventures. Some people might know it. It was called Flashback. Now the copy we got was all in French. And it was like, God damn it. So we went out and got a French-English dictionary and translated the entire game as we went along. And it's our crowning achievement that we managed to play and complete a game that was all completely in French.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, because you guys don't learn French in school, right?
No, well, I don't. Well, we did when I were at school, but you only did it like in the earlier years. You could do it. You could do languages later on if you wanted, but we didn't. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was fun, but when it came to doing the things that you meant to, they kind of browbeated you into doing physics and chemistry, and all that business. Pythagoras' theorem.
Do it in French.
Yeah. But I mean, I think now you can do they do German and everything. I think now, so it's a lot better for us.
Noise says the official pronunciation is also Nez and Snez in Italy.
Yes, well done, News. I don't know how to pronounce that. Well done, sir. you can speak words properly.
Oh, playing Painted had to learn all his Street Fighter moves in the arcade. That's expensive.
Yes, expensive.
I don't think anybody's going to fit in this turret right. If this guy doesn't do it, I don't know. I'm going to have to do some trimming.
Surely a Tech Marine sits in there. Let's have a read of the chat. The chat. See what people are saying. Wow, I feel that. Yeah, Flashback was awesome. It was a great game. Absolutely super. And Another World, which came out before it, that was a fantastic game. Absolutely brilliant. Back in the day. Computer games these days, rubbish. Mostly rubbish. Nothing interesting anymore. Nothing new. Nothing groundbreaking. It's just the same game, isn't it, every year? Same game released.
I think so. I stopped playing games, so I'm not too sure.
Play games much these days.
We're gonna need some putty in there. I don't think I played Flashback. I played a lot of role-playing games. I play fighting games with my friends, or like NBA Jam, but if I was just by myself at home, I'd just play Mario Kart or Final Fantasy or something.
So look at this now. Look at Dice doing his own live stream, being an ass.
What?
When he should be in the community. Look at him. 2 people watching. Yeah, serves you right. Serves you right, Trey. Serves you right, Trey. So if you're listening to this, 5 people watching this. Yeah. Yeah. Get where the cool kids are. Yeah. Dice miniature paint guy. It's almost like he's trying to promote his own channel or something.
Holy smokes.
Boo. Boo.
Boo?
Yeah, boo. Down with him. Shakes fist. Boo.
That should do it. I didn't think Dicey was going to be able to do a live stream today. It was pretty late.
No. Yes, going up for 11 for him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like it's like whatchamacallit, he used chloroform or something, and he's just put the kids out there.
Yeah, tonight's the night, kids. You're going to bed.
You're gonna go to bed.
Dave Dog is wondering if JP got rockets as a bot. JP is pretty legit.
Russian bots.
He's the best
Yeah,
bot.
Russian bot. Surely he's a Russian bot. You know that.
You always have to have a Russian bot somewhere. How's your stream ain't legit?
I'm a Russian bot.
Okay. One T-80 down. Looking good. Yeah, those are good looking tanks.
Bloody hell. No, Dave, don't say things like that. That's borderline racist. You can't say, how do Italians consider Super Mario? Are you trying to start a war? Are you trying to start a war between Spain and Italy? What are you doing? You're going to need to trade with each other when you leave the EU. Just don't do that. God blimey. How do Italians consider Super Mario?
I always thought Mario was Italian American.
Exactly. Italian American. This is the American dream. He's a plumber.
And he gets the princess.
Oh, I'm being racist now. Let's go.
Ooh.
I've had my cup of tea. Ew, I've had my cup of tea. Sanctioned by the Queen.
Do you have different teas for different times of day, or is it always just the same tea?
God no, Dave. I'm common. I have the same tea all the time. We don't commoners, us not common northerners, don't have different teas. Good. Oh yes, I've English breakfast tea by Twinings. Of course. It's cheap Aldi tea, and you'll like it, mister.
Is it just like called tea too? Like it doesn't have any other, it's not any special tea? It's tea and that's what you get.
No, it's just tea. I mean, I'm only teasing. Of course, we have I like chamomile. Very nice.
That's a good bedtime tea.
Chamomile tea. Yeah, chamomile.
Oh, Play Painted's still stuck in his meeting.
Oh, sorry. Hey, PG Tips. Hey. The PG Tips adverts that used to be on telly back in the 80s. Absolutely fantastic. Because they used to get these trained monkeys. Apes or whatever, orangutans. I don't know which monkey they are. But they just used to put outfits on them, you know, like a flat cap.
Okay.
And dungarees and stuff, and they're doing things like everyday situations where they're fitting a window, or the removal men, you know, moving a piano. It's fantastic because apparently they used to put peanut butter in the mouths, and it used to make them open and close the mouths like the talking. And then they just used to put the voiceovers. Would you like more tea, Mr. Shifter? And like, PG Tips. And they put all these northern accents on these monkeys. And it was just fantastic. And you can't do that now, though, because of political correctness and all that. You know,
Yeah.
God,
Peanut allergies.
Tips adverts. Dave, chimpanzees, thank you. Thank you. I don't. Yeah, thank you. I bet Dave remembers that.
When you say it, it sounds familiar. I might have seen it before.
You'll be able to see him online. If you look him up on YouTube, you'll be able to see him.
Yeah.
God, those were the days. Ah, them were the days. Oh. Why is Dave not putting his microphone?
I think he's still watching TV, like theoretically watching.
Theoretically.
Can you watch TV and my live stream at the same time?
Theoretically, he could pause it and he could watch this and chat with us.
Oh, that's true.
Theoretically. I think I'll just pop onto Dice and just insult him in the chat. Just say, what are you doing?
Uh-oh.
I'll just be like,
What's up, people?
Hey, you're out of the meeting?
Hey. Yeah.
Ooh.
That shit should have ended like 20 minutes ago. People ramble.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Big white box of block letters that say T. Yeah, I remember we have a Canadian brand called President's Choice and No Name, and they're both from the same store, and they're both the store's in-house brand. And the No Name was always in yellow, and the President's Choice was always in white. And they usually had pretty plain packaging, but the No Name would have like nothing. It was just like a big yellow something, and it'd have like the name of the product on it. And they had the T. It was just called T. Don't know what kind of tea it was.
Dice is reading from his book that he's been sent.
Oh yeah, he's pretty excited for that book.
For Infinitive. It's 3 viewers. Shocking. I thought we were part of a community. it's just like, oh, yeah.
Holy Dicey.
Oh, isn't he reading the N4 or something? Is that what he's reading?
He certainly is, sir. To his 3 viewers.
God.
And there's only Bazooka in the chat, so I think it's Bazooka and what's it called? That Nightbot, whatever it's called.
Bazooka and
Stream
Nightbot.
Elements, who's always put. What it was? Yeah, what's Bazooka doing over there? Bloody traitors. Bloody traitors. Shocking. Online community, my ass. My big community.
I'm gonna start a stream right now. We can have one person in each stream at the same time.
Well, I think as long as we all tie our voice chat together, then it's like we're a community, right?
It'd be confusing as shit. It's
Yeah.
like
Dicey will just be reading stuff.
Conversations going on.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that these scouts, I can't stand them. The model I hate the most is the Sergeant. I can't stand the pause. I'm looking at it thinking, how can I convert this so it doesn't look retarded? He's like took the scope off his the telescope. He takes it off and he's got it in his hand. I'm like, do you know how long it's going to take you to recalibrate that when you put it back on?
That's like a Daisy Scout. He doesn't even need it. He's
Waving it round in the air.
It's true.
One day I'll have Azrael's job, not with attitude.
He gets it sighted in. He gets it sighted in fresh every day. He's got to do it.
Every day.
Hard mode.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need no ocular enhancements. Sure. Yes, I should definitely get my base coats on tomorrow so I can start painting.
Oh yeah. And they get Dicey to show it off.
Any of your painting, newbie? I don't believe this is a real thing. You're gonna have to share photos of it.
Because Mr. Painted, I am shite. That's why you haven't seen any. That's not true. I think you have to go on to the Facebook Dice group, because I think I did put some pictures of my orcs and goblins up, but you might have to scroll back like 8 months. So I wouldn't advise it. But, and they're not completely shit.
They're pretty good.
There's colour on them. There's like shading on them. There's dry brushing on them. It's like I've used some of the basic techniques.
If there's paint on them, they automatically look better than like half the armies I see out here.
I'm only teasing. I'm just a standard average painter. I'm just getting old, and it's harder to look at these. I remember back in the day. Back in the day, we had to drive our rhinos, tail both ways, to get to the top. Hey, Bayek. There's none of that. Right. So trim down. Let's glue.
I'm watching Dave build tanks 90 seconds in the past here.
That's right. 90 seconds ago, I was putting on one skirt. But in reality, the other skirt's already done. Alright, so I need to land... You want the big chunky pin vise, JP, or do you want the little one?
Yeah, I can get my hand on... I can get my hand on mine. Hey.
There we go.
God, that is a chunky one.
This one, yeah. I don't think it's meant for modeling. But it's really good for bigger drill bits.
Looking at that.
I got a modeling one too, which is nice.
Ah, yeah, I've got that. The classic one there, the classic Games Workshop hand.
Yeah. I only got this one just a couple months ago though. I've been using this one for years.
That little one is like, what brand is that one? Is that like Army Painter or?
I think this one's Revel.
Revel.
Or maybe XL. I can't remember. I got it from the hobby shop. This is pretty generic.
It's like we've all got that exact same one, haven't we? But we don't know what brand it is.
Yeah. This one has the multiple heads.
Mine was. Yeah, I think mine was from P3. Back when they sold those, I don't think they even sell them anymore.
They saturated the hobby market with pin vices. No one needs them anymore.
That Dice hasn't. He hasn't even looked at the comments that I've put in his chat.
Well, he's reading his book.
How rude! How rude! I'll still give him a thumbs up. There you go. The thumbs. Someone's giving him a thumbs down.
What?
Shocking.
It was Bazooka.
Let's find him. Let's find. It was Games Workshop.
He was asking for a thumbs down though, like a few streams ago.
Why?
I don't know.
Sometimes
I do that just because I try to say incendiary shit and I hope people thumbs it down.
Is it because of the algorithm? Is that what he's doing it for?
No.
Because we can thumbs him down more often. Instead of just saying in the chat that, this is shit, maybe we can just give him the thumbs down. We'll do it.
Why do I have so many thumbs down? I never know. I don't know how many thumbs up and thumbs down I ever have. I never pay attention when I'm live streaming.
No, you don't pay attention to it. If I ever did a channel, I might as well just have the thumbs down on because I don't think anyone would give it a thumbs up. Thumbs down. Right, let's get some glue outs. Nothing else to do in England in a lockdown, so.
I just primed a bunch of the Marvel United stuff. Have you guys heard of that board game?
We have not, no.
I meant to check out your content, but I haven't got around to it.
I keep meaning to do that, but you're putting together Marvel models, what no one cares about, and you're on at like 5 in the morning because you're in California. Work with us. You want viewing figures? Good God. It's like, he's on at 5 a.m. We're gonna watch you.
Yeah. That's you could go jogging at 5 a.m. or you could watch me paint stuff.
Or you could get YouTube Premium and just do both.
I'm speaking heresy to newbie right now. He can go jogging or he can wake up and watch modeling.
That's the time I go to bed, 5 a.m. It's the effect that lockdown's had on us. We're all depressed.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's a chibi style like Marvel board game. So it has some of the same characters that like Crisis Protocol has, but it's all chippy style. So they're pretty cool.
Ooh,
I
that doesn't
hate
sound too bad.
that chippy stuff.
But I don't know if the game is good. I just painting it. You hate chippy stuff, newbie?
Yeah, I hate that stuff. It's what I hate those things as well when they brought them out. And what they called now? They called Funko Pops.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the Funko Pops. Yeah.
I hate them and all, especially when they did the Warhammer ones. How to make a space wolf shitter than usual? Make it a Funko Pop.
They have so many of
Hey,
those
Malcolm.
things. Like if you walk to the store, like shops, they'll have an entire
Hello,
wall
Malcolm.
of just Funko Pops.
We have a Malcolm who's joined us. Hello, Malcolm.
Malcolm's my old friend from the Yukon.
Oh, right.
We wargamed a lot back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Back in the year 2000.
Back in the year 2000. Good God.
What's this comment about Al Gore's rhythms?
Al Gore. Yeah, I wish I'd never sold all my stuff from back then. Wish I hadn't have done it. Oh yeah, because I was saying because when everyone went all separate ways, I just sold all my stuff because we started with the Bretonian Lizardmen box set, for Warhammer. So like Dicey, I had lots of Bretonians. God, I nearly got my thumb jammed up in this Space Marine's crotch then. God, that would be embarrassing. And then then I did Empire. God, my headphones.
Malcolm says he still has some of my miniatures, for sure. I think the biggest thing that I missed that Malcolm has of mine is the legs for my Dreadnought. Or is it the top? Yeah, I kept like the legs of a sentry or a sentinel and the body of the Dreadnought. Because I wanted to make a chicken walker.
Chicken Walker
Yeah.
Dreadnought.
But no, I just kind of wish I had
the
two things
the
again.
metal Dreadnought, right?
No, this one was a plastic. I think it was a new plastic kit.
Oh, okay.
I have to cut that bit.
I do have a metal
thought
Space
you-
Wolves Dreadnought. That guy's chonky.
I thought you was going to say that the thing you missed the most, what he's got, was your Nuddy magazine collection. I thought you was going to say that. Fine.
Malcolm says that that's not in one piece anymore.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I think it was being used for an orc conversion.
What, the
Rip
Nuddy
Chicken
magazine?
Walker.
They're not in one piece? God, blimey. God, I hate these Space Marine scouts. It's rubbish. Why have they never bothered updating these models? Just considering Space Marines is the thing that they do the most of, and you just ignore everything else. Never updated these.
Malcolm's the massacre of dreadnoughts. I always liked the Space Marine Scouts. I always found them very useful when I played. It's weird that they never updated them. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Like the Eldar Guardians.
You know?
Just never update those guys.
It boggles me how they neglect things. I mean, obviously they can only make so much at once. You know, they're only a little company in Nottingham, but it makes you wonder.
It's their 80-20 philosophy right there.
80% Space Marines, 20 everything else.
Yeah. Well, they know that Space Marines, the model Space Marine will outsell everything else in their catalog. So they'll just keep making those. It's more, one of the bean counters figured out it's way more efficient. Let's just keep making this same thing.
Yeah.
Screw all that other stuff.
and they wonder why nothing else sells because they don't give anything else. So just keep making Space Marines. People buy them. See? No, they're not buying the other stuff because
it's a safe investment.
Yeah.
It's old and rubbish. I mean, now that they're updating the Necrons, that's going to sell hand over fist because they're updating it. But yet, there's still what 20-year-old Eldar Guardian sculpt. Is it still 20-year-old?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
No one's going to buy them. Obviously not. They're bloody 20 years old. Don't be stupid. Strange. Is there any hard and fast rule about how long you're supposed to hold something together while the polystyrene cement is taken? I'm thinking of Boris Johnson when he said, "Wash your hands to the tune of Happy Birthday." You know, so you can wash your hands long enough. I'm sat here in my mind going, "Happy birthday to..." Just holding it.
It's a good rule of thumb. I think it all depends on like the contact. Like with these ones, I could just stick on there and then they're going to stick. Especially the green plastic melts really fast. Green plastic loves non-toxic cement.
And you're using that Tamiya stuff, right?
Yeah, sometimes. I haven't used anything on this kit because this green plastic it goes really well with the non-toxic. I don't know why, but those two just pair together really well.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually use some extra thin at least. Usually I'll put this stuff on because it's goopy. And I'll hold it in place, and then I'll run the extra thin on the seams. And it creates a pretty good bond. Oh yeah, Malcolm, that's right. Yeah, 5 parsecs from home, Nordic Weasel. I was on there, but no one was popping in, and Newbie wanted to chat, so we switched over to the DiceyGuy Discord.
Yeah, it's a very useful feature, this, isn't it? It's quite clever that it's just everyone can be heard.
What you could do, is if you had multiple people in here with their cameras on, you could just screen cap this chat, and that would be your feed. So you could have it's almost like a Zoom call.
Yeah, it would work out pretty good, I think.
It's being technical. I'm too much of a boomer to deal with that. I only understand ZX Spectrum 48s and Commodore 64s. Everything else, yeah.
There we go.
Last night I was gonna pick up dinner for my kids, and my wife calls and says that there's an emergency with my mother-in-law. So I drive up to my mother-in-law's place, and she's freaking out and screaming because she doesn't understand how to get on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
So I put the Zoom app on her iPad and turned it on, and here you go. Look at that, the internet. That was the emergency.
God damn it! God damn it, boomer! God damn it! I've got an idiot Englishman on the line here. I'm gonna take him round on my webcam. Are you bothering me about Zoom calls?
He's gonna take Newbie to the bar here, or take him to the range when the gun bunnies show up at like after 5 for some reason. That's a thing. I didn't understand that was a thing. Like I went shooting a couple of weeks ago. It was like late, like after 5, and I was like, I'm the only like dude in here. What is going on?
Oh God.
Yeah.
You're making me want to move to America now, saying things like that. Hot chicks. Chicks.
You would clean up out here. You got the British accent, and yeah.
No, I've got the retarded British accent. I haven't got the American TV actor British accent. I've got the retarded Northern accent.
Americans won't know.
Girls, they wouldn't know any better. They're thinking like, oh, this guy sounds like Austin Powers. You know, so he's got to be good in a sack, right?
Yeah, baby. On Channel Rustin Powers. Yeah, baby. How about some Anglo-US relations, baby?
Yeah. The only hazard would be, you know, making sure you could survive the UV out here.
Oh.
You know, we get a lot of
Yeah,
sun.
well, like Dice, I am ginger, so that's an issue.
Yeah.
I can't take any sun.
No.
But we are slightly more durable than Dice, because he does say, like, when it's like 3 degrees there, he says, "Oh, I can't cope," you know, and it's like, good God. Up here in North, we get to the dizzy heights of 18 degrees in summer, and it's like, oh, I can't deal with that. It's centigrade, obviously. I don't know what that is in foreign speak.
18 is probably like
Fahrenheit.
68.
No, 18 is pretty warm, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. And I'm only joking. We get 20 up here in North. Down in London, you can get 25. You can get on the very hottest summer days. You can get high 20s down in London, which makes me laugh, of course. Southerners, but of course
We have
if we get like 21 degrees up here in North, like ish. You were saying, what were you saying then? We get.
Oh, we get well right now.
Ooh.
It's we've got like a high heat warning going on
Right.
today.
Oh, that's just the Democrats setting fire to California.
Yeah.
That's the-
starting the wildfires.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we not supposed to say that? That's the Bernie Bros.
No.
No refunds.
Noise is working on some Chaos Hearthstone. I think I've seen that.
So smashing.
I think I've seen the Hearthstone. Yeah, the people like that kit.
I remember that coming out just as I was like losing my interest in Warhammer Fantasy. And I was thinking, bloody hell, why have you not been doing this years ago? It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
GW for you.
Yeah, I always like fantasy. I can't get it out of my blood.
Are you playing? Anyone playing Sigmar?
No, I don't know.
I tried a game once
Not for me.
by myself. It was alright.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I tried it, you know, when it first changed, and I thought, yeah, this is all right. It's a bit more like 40k, you know, a bit more fluid. It seems totally fine. But I don't like high fantasy. I'm a science fiction boy. I'm a science fiction gal. And because we only started. I'm not sure if this guy's stuck. I'll have to slather some. We only started playing fantasy because we didn't like it when second edition changed to third, and we didn't like it. And we're like,
Oh,
we don't like
40k.
this. Yeah. So then when we
Yeah,
looked
that
at
was
fantasy,
terrible. Hmm.
It's only because we were used to, you know, the Rogue Trader / second edition way. When we looked at fantasy, we're like, oh, it's the same system. We're doing this. That's
We
why.
moved to we jumped to Warzone, Mutant Chronicles, when second went to third for a little bit, and man, those models were so ugly. But the game was good, but the models were just hideous. We're like, I hate my life right now, because we're trying to play a good game, but with these horrible models. And then we eventually gave in and started playing third edition. But those were dark days, man. I remember when the Switch went from second to third.
It makes me laugh when I see people's YouTube videos and they're talking about now, like they are now, and there's going to be this, and you have somebody in the chat that says, oh, it's going to make the game longer. And I'm like, you know, bitch, in Rogue Trader second edition, you could play all weekend in one game.
Yeah.
Because
One
it
game
was
would
so
be
long.
like-
12 hours. I'm like, you don't know
12 hours?
nothing.
Even just roll like your army list is you didn't know what your stats were. Every single thing you hired, you have to roll up. The equipment was random and their powers were random. You're like you didn't know what kind of army you were going to end up with at the end of it.
And even when, you know, second edition, which is a lot more streamlined, you know, they've like changed it a bit so you can play it without a games master and without it being more RPG. The game still took a long time because, you know, there was just A lot more to it.
That-
Very, very more complicated. Imagine people nowadays playing second edition. God, they wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "What do you
Right.
mean your models are hidden? They've got to be detected, or I can shoot at them. What are you talking about? What do you mean you've got a sword and it parries? I don't understand." It's like,
You remember doing like we would slam those scorchers like what was it, like 72 inches across the table, and then do stompa on them with your own orc psyker just to cause the chain explosion. That
Yeah,
was
do all
hilarious.
it's nuts.
You could do hilarious shit like that in second edition.
Uh-oh. It's my alarm. So I gotta bid everyone farewell and end the stream because I gotta go get my kid.
Oh,
But
right.
Oh
well,
shoot, it
that's-
is.
yeah.
That's the fun over, everyone.
Thanks for stopping in, guys. It was a fun chat.
I'll have to
Alright.
go over to
Later,
Dice
dude.
and give him another viewer. Right, have fun, everyone. Take care.
Yeah, we'll jump in his.
Let's go and raid Dice and get him.
Yeah,
get
let him in.
viewers.
It's like Twitch. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yep. I